Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Got to show you this time lapse because we did have a little bit of thunderstorm activity this morning, and this is from Allen Elementary. You can see the clouds bubbling up, and we're looking off to the west, southwest, by the way, and then you see a little bit more clouds. I'm going to step out of the way because at the very end, you'll start to see this haze approach off in the distance. You'll really notice it at sundown because that sun will turn a reddish hue, and you almost might be able to look right at it as it's setting on the horizon just because of the amount of scattering that the sunlight is going to receive with all of this humidity and dust. Check this out. MagTel, our new WeatherBug network camera. I was watching the thunderstorms that were in the River Valley this morning, and it was spectacular. This is Mount Magazine, courtesy of MagTel, Magazine Telephone Company. We love that spot. It's going to be so helpful, especially during storm season and when storms affect Logan County. Here's Mega Doppler, and this is a dry line that's moving in. Now, that dry line has a leading edge of dust, and dust is moving in, and that's also going to bring lower humidity. So this is something that you're going to like. Maybe not necessarily the dust and the winds, but you'll like the lower humidity. But look at these wind gusts approaching 40 miles an hour. They'll get even stronger tonight. Look at the temperatures in the lower 90s. Just before the front moves in, we have the compressional warming of the air. So the compression of the air, the squeezing of the air causes it to warm. 96 in Fort Smith, nearly 100 degrees. And then you look at the heat index, and it is scorching out there, even hotter than what it was over the weekend because the humidity has pooled in ahead of this front. But the good news is, look at Tulsa, 87 for the heat index, and look at the drier air. It is knocking on our doorstep. So with the drier air comes lower humidity, but also dust ahead of this system. And look at the gusts out to our west, 39 mile an hour in Tulsa, but then you're going to see the winds are even stronger to the west of that. In fact, we've got a wind advisory for northwest Arkansas and northeast Oklahoma, including Delaware, Adair County. Now, southwest Missouri, McDonald and Berry County goes until noon. Northwest Arkansas only goes until 7 o'clock. That might be extended a little bit more considering the strength of this system and how long the winds are going to last. But we can actually see this blowing dust on high-resolution satellite. See that little, looks like clouds that are moving from west to east, and that's the leading edge of the dust that's about to knock on northwest Arkansas's doorstep. But in fact, that is blowing dust from this system. Now, there's severe weather to the north and to the east of us. I don't think we're going to see any thunderstorms because once this dry line comes through, that's it. But we will see cloud cover from, believe it or not, wraparound precipitation with this giant low. And once we get squeezed in between this high and low pressure system, we are going to see the wind machine crank up. So this is why the winds get strong tonight. This is not even a part of Cristobal, which is moving off to the northeast and moving into the Great Lakes. This is a weather system that's very strong low. Will be squeezed in between the two. You can see how tight that pressure gradient is. And those winds are going to be whipping out of the west. We're talking gusts over 45 miles an hour. Not even maybe 50 is not out of the question. Look at how strong the gusts are in Dodge City. 63 mile an hour winds, 56 gusts in Amarillo. Now here's the good news. After the winds die down tomorrow afternoon and into the evening, we've got gorgeous weather to look forward to. Mid-70s, noticeably cooler, noticeably drier as well. And look at the high temperature of 80 degrees during the afternoon on Thursday. But this is the big weather story overnight tonight. So you want to get your patio furniture, button it up against the house, get the grill staked down, also the trampoline, because these are nearly severe thunderstorm wind gusts approaching 50 miles an hour in the morning. The winds will remain strong throughout the day, finally lightening up tomorrow evening after sundown. It's going to be like flipping off a light switch. Those winds will drop off to nearly a breath of wind. Now, the good news is after this wind dies down, 53 degrees to start off your Thursday. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Winds are going to be west out of the west-northwest at about 30 to 35 miles an hour with higher gusts tomorrow. But then the winds are light the rest of the week, less humid and gorgeous. You can see that on the northwest Arkansas forecast. Lower 90s, still warm, but not humid. And the humidity does come back a little bit by the end of the work week and into the weekend. But we've got a gorgeous stretch of weather, but you got to hold on to your hats tonight and into tomorrow. The winds are going to be gone with the wind if you don't watch it.
Well, Dan, I was laughing to myself when you just said button down the trampolines because I can remember as a kid in upstate New York, we had a windstorm come through there, and our trampoline went from our backyard to like 4 houses down and through a tree. So good advice advice on that one.
Yeah. The neighbor's getting a free trampoline.
Just need to fix it up a little bit.
They could take off like an aircraft wing, so yeah, definitely a good idea. And the grills too, they could blow across the porch, so button those down.
All right, we'll do. Thanks, Dan.